Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Hi Andre Agassi. Eugenie Bouchard joins American courtside for Miami Heat's win over Portland Trail Blazers, shares highlights from her experience. Eugenie Bouchard gave an enthusiastic shout-out to Andre Agassi as they enjoyed the Miami Heat's home game against the Portland Trail Blazers on Friday, March 29. The Miami Heat pulled off a remarkable 142-82 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers to record the largest winning margin in team history. Bam Adebayo led the charge with an outstanding performance, scoring 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists. The likes of Jimmy Butler, Haywood Highsmith, and Terry Rozier also chipped in with significant contributions to ensure Miami's win. Eugenie Bouchard caught the riveting action firsthand, watching from the courtside and offering peeks into her close-up view of the game. Andre Agassi also witnessed the captivating game from a nearby courtside seat, prompting Bouchard to share a glimpse of the former world number one and send a warm greeting to him on social media. The Canadian also posted a shot of the final scoreline and hailed the thrilling game. A day after appearing at the Miami Heat's game, Andre Agassi graced the 2024 Miami Open with his presence, attending the women's final between Danielle Collins and Elena Rybakina. Collins beat Rybakina 7-5, 6-3 to clinch her maiden WTA 1000 title and third career title. She also became the first American woman to triumph at the Miami Open since Sloane Stephens in 2018. Following her win, Danielle Collins opened up about the surreal experience of having Andre Agassi watch her compete, admitting that when I saw Andre was watching the match, I almost teared up. I'm like, this is surreal, I used to watch this guy on TV as a kid and now I'm here and he's in the stands. It's just been a crazy ride, so I'm just so grateful, she told the Tennis Channel. Agassi is no stranger to success at the Miami Open, having won the Masters 1000 event 6 times and sharing the men's singles record for most titles with Novak Djokovic. The Serb opted to forego his chance to break their tie at this year's event, as he withdrew from the tournament. In Djokovic's absence, Grigor Dimitrov and Jannik Sinner will face each other in a highly anticipated title clash at the event. It remains to be seen whether Andre Agassi will attend the men's final as well. Without Butler, Heat offense struggles and blowout home loss to Warriors. Takeaways and details. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, 30, reacts with teammate guard Gary Payton 2-0, during the first half of an NBA game against the Miami Heat at Agassi Center in Miami, Florida, on Tuesday, March 26, 2024. 5 takeaways from the Miami Heat's 113-92 loss to the Golden State Warriors, 37-34, on Tuesday night at Agassi Center to fall to 1-2 on its 4-game homestand. The Heat, 39-33, closes the homestand on Friday against the Portland Trail Blazers. The shorthanded Heat didn't have enough in the second half, leading to its 7th loss in the past 11 games. The Heat played another game without a chunk of its rotation, missing rotation regulars Jimmy Butler, non-COVID illness, Tyler Herro, right foot medial tendinitis, Kevin Love, bruised right heel, and Duncan Robinson, left facet syndrome, against the Warriors. The Heat also remained without Josh Richardson, who is out for the season after surgery on his right shoulder. The injury-depleted Heat was competitive to start the game during a first half that included 8 lead changes and 6 ties. The Miami Heat face the Portland Trail Blazers Friday night in the final game in the current homestand, as it is a must-win game as there are 10 contests left in the regular season. However, there are once again multiple key players for the team listed on the injury report ahead of the matchup, including Heat star Jimmy Butler. Before Tuesday's game against the Golden State Warriors, Butler was a late addition to the injury report as he was listed as questionable with an illness, being seen at the Miami Open tennis event the day before the battle. He would eventually be ruled out of the game, as told to Clutch Points by a Heat spokesperson. His state of health was even described by head coach Erik Spoelstra before the outing. "He's sick, doesn't feel well at all today," Spoelstra said on Butler's illness. "So we'll evaluate and tomorrow see how he feels." The Heat would eventually lose against the Warriors, where Butler was sorely missed, as he brings an energy, leadership, and exceptional level of play that is needed for this time of the season. In terms of Butler's listing on the injury report, it is great news for the Heat and their fans, as he is probable for Friday's game against the Blazers, as he still deals with an illness, as announced by the team's X, formerly known as Twitter, account. After Thursday's practice, Clutch Points was told Butler was at the session where he did some drills and was a limited participant. Butler is averaging 21.4 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game, while shooting 50.1% from the field, as he is looking to take Miami over the hump and make some more noise in the postseason. It starts Friday against the Blazers, where the Heat need a win desperately, as a loss could falter their chances even further of moving up in the Eastern Conference standings. Besides Butler, the Heat are dealing with other injuries that have a mixed bag of news, starting with Tyler Herro, who has missed the last 16 games with right foot, medial tendinitis. He will miss his 17th straight against Portland Friday, and while there is not a timetable for his return, he was present after practice shooting the ball, as Spoelstra expressed he's on that next phase. Adding Trey Young would be a mistake for the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat could be interested in acquiring Trey Young during the offseason. The Athletic's Jovan Buha discussed the franchise's interest during a recent live stream. "They are hunting for the third star this offseason, and we will see how that affects the team's situation," Buha said. "You'll probably have to walk away from almost every third-star trade." Now, who's available? The only name I hear over and over again is Trey Young. He's been to Laker playoff games before, he's a Clutch Sports client. That's probably the most realistic one right now. Whether they get him will depend on whether they're willing to put all 2 picks into one deal. The Hawks are reportedly open to potentially trading Young. According to reports, they could opt to move forward with DeJounte Murray as their lead guard. If the Hawks decide now is the time to cash in on their stellar guard, the Miami Heat would undoubtedly be a willing trade partner. Adding Young would give the Miami Heat the name the front office quest. However, that would be a mistake. You only need to look at Russell Westbrook's tenure with the franchise to understand why. Like Westbrook, Young is a ball-dominant guard who thrives as a primary playmaker. He is also a questionable defensive talent. Young has never been in this situation. There is no evidence that he could thrive in a predominantly off-the-ball role, or that he would be willing to sacrifice a significant amount of touches. There's no denying that Young is an all-star talent and one of the most exciting guards in the NBA. However, he is not the star the Miami Heat need, not now. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Trae Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.